In the 1986 film The Fly, the lead character has already begun to turn into a fly. And as he's talking to a reporter who's covering the story, he reassures her and says, "Don't be afraid." But she turns to him and says, "No, be afraid. Be very afraid." Well, there's lots of things that might make us afraid at the moment. We might be scared of catching the virus as we carry on through this pandemic. Or maybe you're afraid of the impact of all the lockdowns and restrictions that we're all facing. We're living through a time of much fear. Well, once before in the Christmas story, we've seen that Mary was afraid when she saw an angel and had to be reassured by him. Well, once again, there are another group of people who are afraid and have to be reassured. It's with some shepherds in Luke chapter 2 and verses 8 to 10. "And there were shepherds living out in the fields nearby, keeping watch over their flocks at night. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, 'Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people.'" Well, the shepherds weren't just afraid, they were terrified. There was a very real sense of fear of God in them, because they were just going about their normal day, minding their own business, and suddenly there appears before them a messenger from God, one of his angels. And what's more, God's glory, which is some kind of brilliant light that is indicative of his presence, that appears with the angel as well. But the angel was bringing a message for them, a message of good news. And the response to that good news was the very opposite of fear. The response to that good news is joy. Joy that is not just for them, but is for all people. We need to combat fear with joy, don't we? And the greatest source of joy is the good news of the one who was born 2,000 years ago, Jesus. We experience joy as we know him and know his salvation, as we come to know God in Jesus. You want to know joy and combat the fear? Well, know the good news of Jesus.